Tonight I would like, hi my friends, first of all. Tonight I would like to respond to George Galloway. George Galloway has a program in Iranian Express TV, so he always criticizes Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. His job in this channel to criticize all regimes that against Iranians, and is really doing a dirty job for the Iranians. And they hire this man because he has the dirtiest tank in the world. And when I heard this man, I could not stand what he's saying, because he's a hypocritical man, saying that Bahrainian people are under injustice. Bahrainian people are being tortured and killed and murdered by the Bahrainian regime, while he's saying nothing about Syrian people who are really under a miserable regime, under a criminal regime that enjoy the support of Iranian and Russia. And he's saying nothing really. He's accusing Syrian people who are fighting briefly this regime, accusing them as a terrorist. This makes me sick of this man. And this man deserves to be arrested if he comes to any countries in the Arab world, because he's abusing the revolution in Syria. He doesn't really respect people who are being killed by the regime in daily basis. And now I think more than 26,000 have been killed by the Syrian criminal regime, and he's saying nothing yet, and just supporting Bahrainian people, making propaganda because it comes in the Iranian interest. He actually serves Iranian agenda in our region, and we must respond to this man and telling them respond to this man and telling him not to continue this propaganda, this hypocrisy, because we know you, George Galloway. We know you acts precisely that you are paid by the Iranians. Well, you are paid by the Iranian, so you are doing their propaganda. Do you think this will help you to be rich? Yeah, it will help you, but can you come to the Arab world and give a speech like that time when you came to Damascus and give a speech in front of people, the Syrian regime supporter, and saying that and praising the Syrian regime, saying the regime is so independent and he's against Zionist and something like that. Nowadays you cannot come to the Arab world. I challenge you to come in any country. You will be arrested, by people who are getting sick of your hypocrisy, of your dirty job. And we are watching you in this channel. We are laughing at you. We know you. When someone, I will give you an example, my friend. When someone disagree with you, you become so upset. You respond to him or her really crucially, and you could not stand others' opinion, because that will not help you to be paid by the Iranians. So you lost your legitimacy in the Arab world, you lost your credibility, and you are being evil man, and we don't really respect you anymore. And I have a question for you, really. Could you criticize the Iranian leaders? They are occupying Al-Ahwaz. You know Al-Ahwaz? It's Arab state. It has been occupied since a long time, I think 100 years ago, and it is still under the Iranian occupation, and people there are being executed and tortured, and they could not teach their generation their mother language, which is Arabic. They could not. Could you say something about these people in your show? I challenge you to say that. I challenge you. I dare you. Because if you do so, you would be out of the Iranian channel. You would be out. They will not give you space to speak what you're in mind, because they just paid you for being a small tool in their propaganda. And if you care about human rights, if you care about people, just say something about those people in Al-Ahwas, you know. You would not say anything hypocritical, man. You know, I'm get sick of you, really. And you know, when you I think something, I want to remember something. You threaten one of the king of Bahrain's sons, saying if he came to London, he would be arrested. By whom? By you. You become a thief, arrested people, you know. You become a person who are really irresponsible. How dare you are to threaten someone who are the king of the Bahrainian kingdom, the son of the king of the Bahrainian kingdom. You are really ridiculous, man. You have no power. You are powerless. We know you. You are a hypocritical man, and you are really, you know, I'm really, I don't know what to say to you, really. I have no idea how to say to you something that you can understand, because I know you could not stand other people opinions. You would not stand the argument, you know. If let me to say something about Al-Ahwaz, you know, to come back to our what I said about Al-Ahwaz. You know, Saudi Arabia protects its neighbor, and Iranian would not occupy any Arab countries anymore, and they would not be able to do so. Because Saudi Arabia is so strong and will protect all the neighbors from any Iranian intervention. And a long time ago, as I told you before, Allah was occupied by the Iranians. If Saudi Arabia was as strong as today, the Iranian would not be able to occupy Al-Ahwaz. The game has over, my friends. Your propaganda is powerless. Your propaganda is useless. Just stop your hypocrisy. Stop your hypocrisy. You know, You are losing your popularity in Britain and the Arab world and everywhere, because you associated, or you associated yourself with criminals, with the Syrian regime, with the Iranians. They are criminals. You must recognize that. You must know that. Thanks, my friend. Thanks a lot. I will promise you, my friend, to respond to George Galloway whenever I have time. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.